Hi guys and welcome to Motorwheel. Few weeks back I spoke about some of the forgotten cars of the Indian market, and honestly the list is very long that all the cars couldn't be covered in one video. In this video I'll speak out some more forgotten cars, so without wasting much time, let's get started. At number 18 in the list is the Renault Fluence. Now the Renault Fluence was a D segment sedan. It was launched in 2014 and discontinued in 2017. The vehicle was priced somewhere between rupees 16 to rupees 18 lakhs, and it gave competition to the Skoda Octavia, Volkswagen Jetta and the Toyota Corolla. This car came with the famous Renault 1.5 litre DCI diesel engine with a 6-speed manual transmission. The Fluence wasn't a very good looking car, but it was indeed very practical and offered a very plush ride. Sadly, it felt basic in front of its rivals, which is why sales didn't pick up and it had to be pulled off from the market. At number 17 in the list is the Chevrolet Trailblazer. The Trailblazer was a full-size SUV rivaling the Toyota Fortuner. It was launched in 2015 and it got a 2.8 litre diesel engine making 197 horses. The car didn't sell because of its price and because people didn't really trust Chevrolet's after-sales service. When Chevrolet was about to leave the Indian market, dealers were offering very huge discounts on all the stock that they had. The prices of the Trailblazer was somewhere between rupees 30 to rupees 32 lakhs on road, but after discounts you could have it for around 26-27. The next car in this list is the Koleos, which was Renault's offering in the premium SUV segment. Now at that time the old Fortuner was very popular and selling in hot numbers, which is why people used to ignore a lot of other SUVs. The Renault Koleos wasn't a full-size SUV. It felt a bit small and the pricing, which was between rupees 24 to rupees 28 lakhs, felt a bit on the higher side. However, this car came with a lot of equipment like an automatic, a 4x4 system and both speakers. The Koleos was introduced in 2011 and it got a 2 litre diesel engine. Because it barely found any takers, Renault discontinued it from the Indian market. The next car in this list is the Nissan X-Trail. Launched in 2009, the X-Trail was a very quirky looking SUV but also a very practical one. It got a 2 litre diesel engine making 150 horses. This car was actually loaded and even back in the day it came with a panoramic sunroof. The Nissan X-Trail felt very overpriced, and because of it being a CBU, the pricing was between rupees 24 to rupees 29 lakhs. This car was launched in 2009 and discontinued in 2014. At number 14 in this list is the Sonalika Rhino. The ICML Sonalika Rhino was introduced in 2009 and this car was a lookalike of the Toyota Qualis. It got a 2 litre diesel engine making 98 horses and the pricing was somewhere near rupees 7 lakhs. This car wasn't very popular. It sold in few numbers in semi-urban areas and people actually preferred buying a Tavera or a used Qualis. The next car in this list is the Hyundai Tucson. Now today the Tucson is a decently popular SUV, but back in the day the story was quite the opposite. It came in 2005 at a time when people weren't ready to shell out so much for a soft roader. However, the Tucson got a 2 litre diesel engine, 4x4 and a decent equipment list. The diesel engine churned out 120 horses and the pricing of the Tucson was between rupees 16 to 17 lakhs. Now we have the Premier Rio. The Premier Rio was possibly one of the first compact SUVs of the Indian market and it kick-started the sub 4 meter SUV segment. This car had odd looks, the after sales was questionable and people didn't really find appeal in this car. It got a 1.2 litre petrol engine and a 1.3 litre multi-jet diesel engine. Launched in 2009, the pricing of the Rio was between rupees 5 to 5.5 lakhs. Now we have a very sporty car, the Mitsubishi Cedia. Mitsubishi launched the Cedia as a successor to the Lancer in 2006 and this car rivaled the Honda Civic. It got a 2 litre petrol engine and later it even got a sporty variant. The Cedia Sports got a body kit, a Momo steering wheel, a spoiler on the boot and some bright colors like yellow and red. The sport variant also got full black interiors. The Cedia was priced between rupees 8.5 to 9.5 lakhs, but people didn't have faith in Mitsubishi's after sales service, which is why very few people bought this car. Now we have the Hyundai Sonata Embera. The older Hyundai Sonata was famous for its Mercedes style headlamps, but after that model was discontinued, in 2004 Hyundai brought in the new Sonata Embera. This car looked good, had feature-loaded interiors and got a 2-liter diesel engine or a 2.4-liter petrol engine. This was Hyundai's most expensive car back in the day and it didn't really sell in high numbers. The pricing of the Embera was somewhere between 15 to 17 lakhs. This car was eventually discontinued in 2008. The next car in this list is the Ford Fusion. Ford's compact SUV, the Fusion, was launched in 2004 and it was on sale for 6 years. It got a 1.6-liter petrol engine and a 1.4-liter diesel engine. This car offered a very good blend between driving pleasure and practicality. However, compact SUVs weren't so popular back in the day, and at that time, people thought of the Fusion as a very large hatchback. For this reason, the sales of the Fusion didn't pick up and it was eventually discontinued. The Ford Fusion was priced somewhere near Rs 7 lakhs. Now we have the Maruti Suzuki Grand Vitara XL7. Now don't confuse this car with the regular Grand Vitara because the XL7 was a bit different. Can you believe this? It got a 2.8-liter V6 engine making 168 horses. Yes, Maruti Suzuki used to sell a V6 car in India back in the day. This car was launched in 2004 at an approximate price of Rs 20 lakhs. It wasn't that great to drive and the petrol engine was a heavy drinker. Obviously, people weren't open to the idea of spending 20 lakhs on a Maruti Suzuki, which is why the Grand Vitara XL7 barely found any takers. The next one in this list is another sporty car, the Ford Mondeo. The Ford Mondeo was launched in 2001 and globally it rivaled the Mercedes C-Class and the BMW 3 Series. The Ford Mondeo came with a 2-liter petrol engine making 142 horses and it even got a diesel engine making 128 horsepower. The Ford Mondeo was a very fun to drive car and examples of this car were available in the used car market for very cheap. The Ford Mondeo was known for some issues with the fuel pump and some minor electrical niggles. Now we have a lifestyle SUV, the Mahindra Invader. All of you know that the Mahindra Bolero is a very popular UV despite being so old and so basic, and it is still one of the highest selling cars of India. But do you know that Mahindra had launched a 2-door soft-top version of the Bolero called the Mahindra Invader? This car came in 2001 and was discontinued in 2010. It came with a 2.5-liter DI diesel engine making 72 horses and the pricing was Rs 4,80,000. The Invader was Mahindra's lifestyle offering much before the Thar came. At number 5 we have the Maruti Versa. Everyone today knows how popular the Maruti Eco is, but in the early 2000s, Maruti had launched a more premium version of this MPV called the Versa. It came with body-colored bumpers, power steering, power windows and AC. Amitabh Bachchan was the brand ambassador for the Maruti Versa and this car got a 1.3-liter petrol engine. It was priced between Rs 5 to 5.5 lakhs but sadly it didn't find many takers. Now we have the Fiat Siena. The Fiat Siena was a sedan version of the very popular Palio. It got 1.2-liter and 1.6-liter petrol engines and a 1.9-liter diesel engine. The Siena got a facelift and it was renamed to Petra. Sachin Tendulkar was the brand ambassador those days but sales never picked up. This car was priced between Rs 5 to 6 lakhs. At number 3 we have the Maruti Alto 1.1. Today the Maruti Alto is very famous for its 800cc engine and it even had a K10 variant. But back in the day when the Alto was still a very new offering in the market, Maruti even used to offer a 1.1-liter engine with this. This engine was shared with the old WagonR and put out 64 horses. People preferred efficiency over performance, which is why the Alto 1.1 was bid farewell. At number 2 in this list is the Fiat Uno. The Fiat Uno was a very popular hatchback in the Europe market and it was eventually launched in India. It got a 1.2-liter petrol engine and it was pretty spacious for its size. Yes, the car was quite compact and felt easy to drive. It was launched in 1996 in India and the initial response was very good. In fact, close to 30,000 cars were booked, but eventually only 600 were delivered. There are some people who drive the Uno even today. At number 1 in this list is a very odd car, the Sipani Badal. The Sipani Badal was a rebadged version of the Reliant Robin and it came in the early 1970s. It was a 3-wheeler car and got a 198cc 2-stroke petrol engine. The body of this car was made of fiberglass and the engine sent out the power to the rear wheels. While the Reliant Robin was decently popular in the British market because of its compact size, people in India never really fancied this car. Thank you guys for watching this video. I really hope you liked it. If you have any memories associated with any of these cars, do let us know in the comment section below.